Now, the last ships from China bringing cargo unaffected by President Trump's massive new tariffs are sailing into American ports.
Coming up, a sluggish Canadian economy in the forecast, and business and labor are united in their fear of Donald Trump.
The Canadian economy is walking on a tightrope.
The United States has launched a trade war with the world's second largest economy, China.
That means the countdown to supply shortages and rising prices has officially begun.
Big picture, the economy is sluggish in Canada with overall growth of just 1% in the fall quarter and not much better in the final month of the year.
I guess not a big surprise given all of the uncertainty that both Canadian consumers.
Tariffs against most Chinese goods are at 145%.
The days of selling in a week or two are long gone, and it's more like a month or two.
We're going to see very sluggish economic performance.
Do we have a sense of where these growing tensions will lead?
And of course, accounting for population growth, the economy contracted as it's done for the past 6 quarters.
And it's entered this battle with remarkably little planning and forethought.
Our country's GDP shrank by 1.1% last quarter as U.S. President Donald Trump and his tariffs sent shockwaves.
But it is a reminder that sanctions, tariffs, decoupling, and isolation do not have a history of ending in peace and prosperity.
Before the tariffs really hit, because it can have a big impact on a lot of American families.
It's going to have a huge impact on a lot of families out there.
Well, let's break down the numbers. What does it really mean? A 1.1 decrease in GDP.
Well, we started the year with some pretty good momentum, but that has stalled out.
In actual dollars, General Motors CEO Mary Barra says that the tariffs will slash her company's earnings between $4 and $5 billion this year.
It's because of the tariffs that are now being imposed.
It's why you're seeing a lot of people stockpiling right now. They're trying to get that in, buy those future gifts before the tariffs really hit, because it can have a big impact on a lot of them. Has officially begun. Goods that were loaded are going to be hit with a 145%.
These are key items that we rely on China for, and we get more of it in 2020.
While Americans in the world brace to stay home and Trump's tariffs.
And when we look at where these layoffs are taking place across the country,
has been
what
led
stands out is
by
that
Washington,
D.C., which again has been most impacted by.
Now, in terms of what's going on with our largest partners.
A huge impact on a lot of families out there.
While Americans in the world brace for impacted to stay home, and the head of the largest U.S. automaker is revealing the looming costs
The United States.
We do have a strong U.S. Big picture, the economy is sluggish in Canada.
between $4 and $5 billion.
So I'm going to ask you to take a pulse check right now, like literally. If you have to close your eyes, if you have to put your hand over your wrist, you're one of these 5 emotions right now. And I'm going to argue you're probably from the middle to the not so good emotion after watching about 2.5 minutes of media, let's call it, news media. Doesn't matter what the outlet is, doesn't matter where you lean, doesn't matter what country you're in. We live in a globalized world where news is going to hit you no matter what. And now, not only is it on TV, but now you have it right in the convenience of your pocket. It's on your sofa. People bring it to the bathroom. I don't, but there are many times that people are doing this, and our faces are down, and they're not up. And it has our focus. I don't care who you are, it has your focus to a certain degree. And I'm sorry to have to do that to you, but there's a good reason why I did, and I'll lift you back up in a second. But I want to share with you, we're inundated. We're inundated with data. We're inundated with news. And even subliminally, we're inundated, whether you're driving from work to the office, or from home to the office, or from the office to home. You're inundated with advertising, signs, fear, pressure. You got to run here and run there. You might have family obligations. You might have a mom or dad who's sick, or everything in between. And oftentimes, can you agree that sometimes you feel like this, right? I know I do. And the reality is nothing really grows out of this. Nothing. What grows is fear, pressure, anxiety, which then propels to stress, which then has you debilitated, which then has you on medication, and you know where that leads. The reality is 3 minutes, just 3 minutes, folks. That was, I think, 2.25, because I made Mel and the team shorten it because it was giving me anxiety. 3 minutes of negative news increases your chance of having a bad day by 35%. That's huge. 3 minutes. That was 2.5. So I just increased everybody's chance today in our own company of having a bad day. It's not going to happen. And I always tell people, you can have, by the way, you don't need to have a bad day. You can have a bad hour. You can have a bad don't relegate something negative to give it the attention of a bad day. And actually speak over that. Like, I'll give it 2 hours. I'll have a bad day for 2 hours, or I'll have a bad kind of time limit for 2 hours, not a bad day. The sad reality is 5 minutes of negativity can wipe out 1 hour of positivity. I mean, the ratio there is staggering. So what does this mean? So 1 minute, when you're driving home and you have News Talk Radio, whatever that may be, understand that it will have an adverse or great effect on you, but chances are it's going to have a negative outlook on you. Or who are you hanging out with for 5 minutes could destroy 1 hour of productivity. They say be careful who you hang out with. And by the way, you become the sum of the people you hang out with. And lastly, 300 million people globally right now suffer from anxiety or some anxiety disorder. I think it's a lot more, but that's the stat that we could find. And this is the sad truth. The sad truth is that the trend is going in the wrong direction. Wrong direction. Not the right direction, the wrong direction. So what does this all mean? It all has to do with focus and attention. And today I want to share with you some techniques we've been doing at our company, because by the way, I am so excited to talk about the amazing things we're working on, some of which some of which we talked about and their updates and so much more. So I'll get to that in a second. But what you focus on becomes your reality, and I want to prove this to you. So what does that mean? What you focus on becomes your reality. I'm going to do a small example. A small example would be, I want everybody just right at your seat. If you feel comfortable, close your eyes. If you're watching, as long as you're not driving a car or anything, close your eyes, because that would be bad if you're driving and you close your eyes. So close your eyes for a second, and I want you to envision something red. Could be a kettle while your eyes are closed, or the color red. As I say kettle, you're now looking at kettle. Isn't that interesting? And if I tell you to stop thinking about kettle, you can't stop thinking about the kettle that's red. Now I want you to open your eyes and look around and find something red. Was that pretty easy to do? And were you able to spot something red? It's pretty easy to do. All you did was shut down the noise. You went in a concentrated effort. You went on focus. You visualized something, and lo and behold, you'll find it. Another example of that would be, anybody recently is shopping for a new car? Anybody in the audience? Ross, Ferrari? No? Not yet? 3 years? 3 years? No, anybody seriously, or bought a car in the last little while? It's easier if you work with me. No? Ross, when did you buy your car? Okay, so I don't know why you didn't say it was me. Okay, so Ross, I have a question for you. What, outside of telling me what the car was, when you start looking for the car, when you started to go shopping for the car, you went potentially to 1 or 2 or 3 different types of dealerships. It might be an Audi, it might be a Nissan, whatever it may, Ford, who knows, right? Tesla. And then what did you start noticing as you were starting to narrow down your search? So you narrowed your search, let's say, to 1 car, right? And then what did you start seeing while you were driving or out and about? Did you start seeing?
I started seeing the car that I was looking for. I started seeing more often.
Sorry, can we give him the mic? This is gold. Yeah. Sorry.
I started seeing the car that I was looking for. I started seeing more often on the roads, and it was almost like nobody had one. To now, I'm interested. everybody's got one.
Suddenly the car's
Yeah.
everywhere.
Yep.
And almost the exact same color.
Correct.
It's weird, right? Yeah, because that's about focus. Thank you for that. It's weird. Like, it happens to me. It happens to all of us. Because what you start focusing on starts to become your reality, or you start envisioning it. That's why they say when archers, when they go and pull their bow, they've visualized hitting that target. They've already visualized it before they took the arrow and pang, right? They've already visualized it. There's something about focus and visualization that's very important. So I got now a really cool video. I don't know if you've seen this video. I love this video. I want to see if this can shift your mood, because as I look at you guys, I feel kind of somewhat responsible. Your energy's down. But let's try something different.
Stand by. Action.
Let's do the test again. Where do you guys feel? Happier. What did you hear as we were playing? And this was 2 minutes ago, I showed you the other video. And yet, right away, and it wasn't far in, I started hearing giggling. People start laughing, right? And then what did you start seeing as people started to laugh more and more? What did you see out there? It was contagious? Yeah, happiness could be contagious, right? And then what else did you see? Because some people were like, so I would be one of those guys standing there looking at the guy and saying, that guy's a weirdo. Like, what's he on? Like, so I would start judging, even though people say, you're not supposed to judge. We all judge, right? Like, there's probably 500 people watching, judging right now. That's okay. I'm okay with it. But, yeah, I would be one of the later people, depending. That guy had a really good laugh. But it also depends on who I'm with. So if there were many different people there and we all kind of got into it, I think I would be laughing a lot. Would you think you would be, Dina? Yeah? Who else found that increasingly funny? Yeah, probably everybody, right? And so it's interesting what happened prior, like about seconds before that guy showed up, everybody was in their own world, right? They were just scrolling and looking and reading and judging. Weirdo. Yeah, why is that person looking at me? I looked at them. Is this bus coming? What's taking? It was supposed to be here already, right? Oh, now this is my wife. Hello, yeah, okay, right? Like that's what we do, yes? But suddenly, don't you notice, suddenly when something grabs our attention, grabs our focus, positive or negative, it pulls us. It pulls us. And then we're in that moment, and then it has this effect, either positive or negative. So I'm happy you guys enjoyed that. And I'm often reminded about where focus goes, energy flows. It's not my quote, but I love it. And you guys know I'm very intentional on how I live my life. By the way, update, I got 33 Thanksgivings left till 80. Just so you guys know. Just so you know, Ross has even less than me. And is it Michael has less than all of us? Or you? No, you take the cake. Yeah, that's okay. It's okay. It's okay. But the reality is, being intentional, being very intentional on how you live your life, can either have a positive or adverse effect. Where you give your attention, do you give your attention to the newsreel that's primarily negative? And by the way, it's negative on purpose. There's a saying, if it bleeds, it what? If it bleeds, it leads. And meaning the more graphic, the more pain, the more it sells more newspapers, more eyeballs, more attention. You ever see any good news being played? Even me, I'm guilty of it. Hey, this guy did this really good thing, and then it was a thing, and then he got this, and then they sold so many donuts, and it was so amazing. It's good, but when I see like, okay, there was this thing, and then this bomb came, and it exploded, and the thing hit, and then like, it's like, what? Right? Not saying I like that, but it's like, what? Right? It's captivating. Hope everybody's okay, right? But is that good for me? Is it good for my focus? Or is it not good for my focus? I would argue it's not good. And the more we can protect what we focus on, I would say the better our outcomes. The more we visualize positivity, the more success becomes imminent. And the tighter the focus, so think of like a lens. The tighter the focus, the more clear the picture. Where am I going with this? So I just think in life, you're either a fountain or a drain. You've heard me say this often. You're either flowing, this beautiful flowing fountain, or you're a drain just sucking everything in. And luckily for us, we only hire amazing fountains. Once in a while, we get a drain here and there, and we usually kick them out, or they eject themselves. Don't you ever notice they come in, I don't know if that guy's going to last. Yeah, because the culture within our company is spinning so quick. So when you come in and you're part of the spin and the values, and you're into it, and you're positive, and, right? And you look up, wow, it's been 2 years already. Now, for someone that comes in and is like, I hate people, and I don't know why they're happy, and I want things to blow up, and shit, and then, you ever notice? And they self-eject. Or we ask them to leave, right? You know that, I'm unapologetic for that. I think more companies need to do that. I think more companies need to be unapologetic of ejecting. First of all, you got to coach, mentor, and train up. So it's not like you just like, no, you got to talk to them. What's the problem? Your actions aren't aligned. What's up? Is there something at home that's bothering you? Because listen, there's a lot of stuff going on, right? But once you get all that out the door, you coach, mentor, and train, then they have the opportunity to say either, hey, I'm in this to win this, or I'm in this to kill this. And if you're in this to kill this, there's no place for you here. Would you agree? Yeah. Cool. All right, I want to do a little, what would I call this? Exercise. So I'm going to need Anastasia. If you could bring up the ladder, please. We have a ladder. And then I need a volunteer. Anybody? A volunteer who wants to come up? Nobody. Okay, Ross. I gave you one chance, Ross. Thank you. Thank you. I was going to say Sasha, but she's like, you call me up. I didn't do my nails and the whole thing. So, Ross, how are you? This is Ross, by the way. Thank you. Let's give it up for Ross, folks. Microphone. Thanks, Mike. Mike with the mic. Here you go. All right. So the reality is we talked about focus and being intentional and the consequences of not doing that versus doing that, what happens. But the reality is, it's far easier to pull someone down, to be in negativity. Sorry to step in front of you. To be in negativity, it's easy. We are wired for that. We're not wired to lift. We're wired to pull, to destroy. It's a natural instinct of humanity. If you don't believe me, ask ChatGPT, because I did it this morning. My best friend, right? But knowing that is amazing. Knowing that our natural state is not to lift, we can become intentional, we can focus on being one or the other. Because the natural state will have you not create. It's just the way it is. So I'm going to prove a point here. Ross, if you could get on this ladder, please. Top of the ladder, folks. Let's give it up for Ross on the ladder. Okay, so Ross, come to the, go like this, Ross. Can you stand like this?
Yeah.
No, like this. Like this.
Oh,
Wait,
that
yes, facing that. You can do that? Okay, hold the mic with that hand. Okay, so Ross is a little heavier than me. What? Muscle weighs more than fat, okay? So, now Ross, can you lift up your shirt? No, kidding. Kidding. This is PG, okay, all right? Mic in that hand. So I want to show you how easy it would be for Ross, a bigger man than me, right? In many ways, but bigger in stature. Like he's a bigger man. How tall are you?
5'10" and shrinking.
5'10" and shrinking. All right. So if I grab Ross's wrist, Ross, you grab mine, right? Okay, easy. Okay, don't be scared. And no. You can't pull away from me. Just stay natural state. Natural state. Be vulnerable. I'm not going to throw you down, but just be vulnerable, okay? Sure. I'm going to show you, actually, I want to do this so you can see it. I want you to see something. Look how easy it would be for me. Hold on. Stay there. No, you're not staying natural. Stay like. I'm going to fall. You're about to fall. I just want you to see this, right? Look how easy it would be. Look how easy it would be to pull Ross down. Would you say that looked very easy for me? Did I use much of my energy? No. Ross, come down, please. All right, you stay here, and now I'm going to try to pull you up. So now I need a crane, and I need leverage. So if you look like I'm using 100% leverage, right? And I can't even budge him. I can't even budge him. Thank you, Ross. Give it up for Ross. The reality is it takes 30% of your body mass, and I could have just 30%. That pull down is what I call like bringing people down. It's easy to criticize all hands meetings. It's criticize our husbands or our wives. It's easy to criticize and poke holes at what other people are doing. Would you agree? It's easy to flip the bird to someone who remotely cut you off. It's easy to destroy. It's easy to complain. Is it not, folks? Yeah. It's easy, yes? But it's not easy when someone's down. And they're on their knee because, their child is sick, or they need time off, or they did a hip surgery, or, whatever it may be, and to try to pull them up. Let's go. Come with me. I know you're hurt. I know you're in fear. I know that must be hard, right? And rarely, now that takes 100% of your entire body, 100%. So it's not unnatural that we would go to the 30, because it's easier. And we're wired to go to the path of least resistance, aren't we? Right? The path of least resistance. Put this here, Anastasia. And so I call that the pull down or lift up theory, right? And you're either one or the other. Now, sometimes we cross that line. I do. I'm not perfect. Someone cut me off the other day, and it was not nice. I kept my composure, but it could have went the other way. Like I was ready. Like you guys know me when I drive, but I try my best to stay on the lift up, because easy to pull down. And so I want to welcome you to All Hands Meeting 43, because All Hands Meeting 43 really is about the focus of our company. What are we focused in on? What are we dialed in on? And I'll tell you something. I've never seen a group, this group of humans, so dialed in and focused on a few really monumentous projects. And we've always been doing a lot of things, for sure, but the focus you folks have exhibited in the last, I would say, even since we last met in November, which is, 5, 6, 7 months ago, crazy. And I'm able to sometimes sit a little further back and look, and it's beautiful to see. It's beautiful to see the alignment, the commitment, the dedication. And through this all hands meeting, I want you to be able to relate all the hundreds, if not thousands of little things we do, from packaging the product to answering the call, whether the call is a great call or a challenging call, to enter the RMA, to get it on the floor, to read those instructions, to make sure that the bill of materials are correct, to make sure that those products go out flawlessly, day in, day out, day in, day out. And this all hands meeting is a testament to you folks about the focus, commitment, the drive, the determination, and most importantly, I would say how we lift each other up. Because in other companies, let me tell you, they're pulling people down left, right, and center. This world is pulling people down left, right, and center. And I kind of feel so blessed and in gratitude to say, you know, when I look at you folks, I kind of shut all that stuff out. I don't see that. I love coming into work, and I pray that you feel blessed to come in, blessed in the sense of that the people are great, and that the work is great, and that the environment is great, and that these are friends, not just colleagues, and you know, we built relationships with, and we win together, and we cry together, and we're sometimes on our knee together, and we're sometimes hoisting a trophy together. Like, I pray that, and that's been my rally call since I became CEO 14 years ago. I said, I want to build a company where people love to come to work. Not every day, but for the most part. I don't want your best day to be Friday night. I don't want your worst day to be Sunday night, thinking, oh shit, I got to go to the office tomorrow. I pray and hope that that's not the case. And if it is, hit me up. Like, I'll help you out in one way or the other. But this all hands means super special in so many ways, and I want to get right into it. You guys good? All right. So before I jump in, I want to do one more because Melissa gave me 2 more minutes. Trying to be intentional with my kids. I think I talked about this in the last all hands meeting. So every day, I work out 5 days a week. Sometimes it doesn't show, but I work out 5 days a week. And it's progress over perfection. That's my new thing, progress, always progress. However, every day, I call my kids as they're on their way to school with mom, and I ask them, how was the morning, how are we doing? And I usually, we sometimes say a prayer together, and we set intentions for the day. And I asked, because I'm very intentional, so I asked them, and we got on this rhythm. It's really good. So I'm trying to really get them intentionally thinking. And I asked them, how are you going to show up today, and who are you going to be? And what are you going to do, right? And the 2 things they unequivocally, I've trained them, unequivocally say to me is, hey, Dad. So I'll say, hey, Sienna, Giovanni, how are you guys doing? How are you going to be today? We're going to be a leader, and we're going to serve God. So every day, they're being trained. How am I being a leader, and how am I serving God, right? But the new one, because I shared with you, how are you doing? So if I ask you, let me try this. Anastasia, how are you doing? Amazing. Okay, stop. Stop. Sasha, how you doing? Great. Okay, good. See, we've been trained here. This is not fair, okay? Who else? Michael Pallotta, where are you? How you doing, Mike? Okay, see? Doing good. Right? What does good mean? Right? So my kids will say the same thing, right? Not to pick on Mike. But the new thing, and it can't be fake, right? Like, if you're having a good day, great. If you're having a not so great day, don't tell me you're having a good day, because I want to know, like, hey, Dad, I'm not having a good day. Okay, let's talk about it. But if you're having a good day and you feel blessed because of a number of different issues, I want to hear it. I want to hear it. I want you showing up your best. And so our new word is, how you doing, Sienna and Giovanni? We are thriving. There's something about that word thriving. We're not good. We're not great. We're thriving. And then, so now they're 5 and 9. Now we're starting to say, what does thriving mean? What does it mean? What does it mean to be a leader? What does it mean to serve God? What does it mean to thrive? So we're peeling the onion. Because if I leave it to the media, to who else? Mr. Beast, or like Raw Fishing, I don't know what the heck they're watching, I don't know, Bluey. Sasha likes Bluey. Left to chance, I'm not sure how they'd show up. And so that's why we also do all hands meetings. This is so intentional. It's to stop the noise. It's to get together and show up. This is what we're doing. This is why we're doing it. This is amazing things we're doing. So, F1, a little about me. If you guys know, I like F1. I'm not like an F1 diehard F1. I have the banner. I'm not that guy, okay? But I like F1. I love it for a number of reasons. You guys know Formula 1, yes? Okay, cool. So, love Formula 1 for a number of reasons. I love the speed of it. You guys know I like speed. I love Ferrari because I just love them because that's kind of what's been bred in me. I love that it's one driver. I love it. It's one driver and one car. And the car arguably may be even more important than the driver and then this whole team, right? And there's no trophy for the driver. There's a trophy for the team. So I love it for so many reasons. So if you haven't seen an F1 race in person, I would say put that on your bucket list. There's something about the energy in the engine and the noise and the excitement. And you got to get out to one. So here's a small snippet of an F1 race. So the average car is going about 330 kilometers an hour, sometimes more. That's about 200 miles per hour in this little machine. Incredible speeds. It reaches, turns. What I like about this is the elements change. So if it's in a hot desert area, you got to play for that. Or if it's in a wet, moist area, you got to play for that. So much strategy. It's kind of like business. You never know what's going to happen. Do we have tariffs? No tariffs? Tariffs on? Is there the ships, the Yemen, the Houthis, these guys blowing up that guy? I just want my product stop blowing up ships. Like, so much stuff going on, right? So, but the main part I want to show you is this. This is what's called a pit stop. You guys know this, yes? Okay, it's a pit stop. This is so underrated. So if F1 is listening, I don't want anything, but I think there needs to be cameras like right there, right in the action, because this can win or destroy a race. Right here. Now, I want to tell you a little bit about the pit stop. There's about 2 pit stops per race. The average pit stop is 2.6 seconds. 2.6, it's fast, super fast, laser fast. The fastest pit stop is 1.6 seconds. Right? All right. Next, there is a team of 20 people on that pit stop. Each of them are highly precisionally trained for 2.6 seconds. Their whole job, if there's 2, would be, what would be? 2.6 times 2. Yes? 5.2. 5.2, they are getting paid for 5.2 seconds a race. When you break it down. Would you agree? And the overall team that they bring is 200 people. Remember, one driver, 20 people in the pit, 200 people. 200 people. They bring cooks, believe it or not, because they need to have whoever's the driver has to have the right fluids, the right food, because you can't go to the bathroom. There's so many stuff. There's hydration techniques. Then there's the mechanics. There's the mechanics for the mechanics and the backup and the tires and the this and the that and the velocity and the air pressure and the wet. They have weather. It is intense. So I'm going to show you a pit. I'm going to show you a pit in real time. I'm going to show you a pit 50 seconds and then slow down to 25 seconds. You ready? Don't blink or you will miss it. All right, here we go. So good. Slow motion. That's 50% slow-mo. Take a look. Take a look at this guy. He's already has the motion to pull the, this is 25%. So Buddy takes out the gear, grabs the tire out so someone can throw the tire in to put the gunner back in. Incredible. So back to the pit stop. So this is the team of people. This is 20 people that make up the team. Pretty wild. Was that wild? It was wild, right? Now, if you study that, believe me, they study it. I'm sure they play that back, and they're looking at why did that happen? You moved your foot. Why'd you move your foot? We've seen now, I could have brought up many different fails on, like there have been like the gunner's still in, the guy goes. So why I want to share this is you have the front jack guy, and you have the backup to the front jack guy, and then you have the front wing adjuster, the left wing adjuster, you have the gunner, you have the stop guy, you have the backup stop guy. Like there's a backup to the backup to the backup. And then there's the guy that does that. Like this is, you have the stabilizer guy, you got the, where's the other guy? The front tire on, the tire gunner, and then the stop marker, and then the guy that pulls the tire off. It is incredible. And why I love this is because this is reminiscent of our team. You got Sasha as the backup front driver, right? And then Sasha has other people on the team, Rosa. Then Rosa works with Tanya. Then Tanya works with Anchel. And then Terry Lynn. And then Dina. And so on and so forth. And then, because that's just the front, then we have the teams. We have Eddie. We have Mike. We got Enzo, who grabs the order. We got Van, who's joining the order. We have May, who's doing the touch-up. We got Rita that's making the thing. We got this that's doing that. We got Marco. We got Andrew. We got this guy. We got that guy. We have tons of different men and women that make up this incredible team. We don't see it that way. You know, we see it like, okay, Enzo, where's, I'm waiting for the order, right? Like you guys aren't able to see the full pit stop. I want to share with you how important each role in the company is. And why am I stressing this? Because you don't win championships by yourself. No successful company is won by one or two people. I don't care who you are. I really don't care. It is not won by one or two people. But I want to tell you something. It might not be won by one or two people, but it certainly could get killed by one or two people. Would you guys agree? How about if the front jack guy, I don't know, where's my phone? His wife calls, yeah, sweetheart. 2.6 seconds, flies. Or how about the gunner in the back? Maybe when he was down, I don't know, his head or her head, I don't know. And when he was supposed to torque it, meaning go and right? And maybe he just, and now that spinning, that small spin is not spinning at the revolutions, it's supposed to spin. What do you think is happening to that car? I'm sorry? Wheel's going to come off. What else is going to happen? You're going to kill somebody. Forget about the race being lost. You're going to kill somebody. Everybody here, if you notice, look at this guy. I love that guy. He's already over, look at this guy. He's already over anticipating. He's in the stance to pull. He could just be like, all right, where's this car, man? But there's an anticipation. Guy's focused. When you're focused, no one could stop you. when you're focused in the zone. No one can stop you. You're here to win. You're visualizing the win. You're visualizing that red kettle I was talking about. And when you visualize it and it's apparent in your head, no one's stopping you. That's where I feel like we're at right now. And in our all hands meeting right now is so timing. The timing is so perfect because we're right there. We're right here. And I love that there's no trophy with anybody's name, but it's the team. It's Team Roma. It's Team Roma. And by the way, Team Roma, whether you're in Atlanta, you're Team Roma. Whether you're in LA, you're Team Roma. Whether you're in Idaho or in Chicago or in California or in Florida or wherever the heck you are and you wear the emblem, you're part of the team. Because without you, we wouldn't win. And I wish more companies got this and that they put the highest premium on their people rather than their, just their processes or machinery or CapEx or advertising. So I want to talk to you about Project Elevate. I talked to you about it before. It's our re-platforming. We're re-platforming our infrastructure. So what that means is our current ERP system, which served us for 16, close to 17 years, is coming end of life. We've decided, because we didn't have much to do, that's a joke, we decided in order for us to compete tomorrow, we need the tools today. We need to be at the brink of what the competition could have. We need to be the fastest gunner. We need to have the quickest amount of in and out. We need the shortest pit stop. We need the backup to the backup to the backup. We need the systems all synchronized if we're going to continue to win well into the future. This is the beautiful team that makes up our Elevate team. We have Louis, myself. Alex is, he's our hired gun. He's our PM for the project manager. Great guy. If you ever see him, give him a high five. Beautiful human being. We have Michael Pilata, Mike Olenek. We have Mark Vaughn, Tanya Ferraro. We got Teresa. We got Ross, David, Mary Malfera, Melissa, Tanya, and Jen. Now, this might be a small gunner team. This might be the pit stop team. But guys, in order for us to light up Project Elevate, it's going to take every single one of us. It's ironic because we're about 150 people, more or less. And for an F1 team, it's 200. So I thought that was pretty cool. These are a few photos. I want to show you some of the work that that team has been doing. So oftentimes you can't see this team. You might see them in a boardroom. You might see them in a huddle room. You might see them on a call. You might see them crying. This is why, right? So this is a few of the team members. We're always on some team calls the last 3 days. So you get it. Looks all glamorous, but for the last 3 days from, what was the start times? 8:30 to? Yeah, 8:30 to 4:30. On top of the work they've already have, they've been in BPRs, which is business process reviews, for 3 days in that room, sucking in their recycled air. Now, we bought an air filter. Is it working? Yeah, good. Okay, good. This stuff is not glamorous. That 2.6 pit is not glamorous. But I'll tell you what is glamorous. When we're live and ready on September 2nd and the friction goes down by 50%. And our customers call us, I don't know what you did, but from when I call to when I get my parcel, you guys are flawless. How can I do more business with you? And then when we keep adding on beautiful human beings to our company to get, whether it's in procurement, we just hired on Bonnie. She's amazing. By the way, if you haven't met Bonnie, I'm not putting you on the spot, but Bonnie's a lovely human. She's in our procurement team, works with Ross and Daniela. But we'll be able to scale up, get data far quicker, get the friction way down, get orders in the system and out the system in quicker fashion. So here's a few more photos. I love these. There's Mike at the helm there, Ross. Can you tell who Mike and Ross is? Hey, don't laugh. I'm getting there too. It's okay. It's okay. It happens to the best of us, right, Mikey? That's right. We should do that next one, like who's who? No? Okay. Too soon, too soon. All right. Here's a few more photos. I don't know what happened to Mike Olenek in this photo. I think that's when I call him. He's like, again, right? Like, no, he actually likes when I call him. Tanya's right in the zone. Tim Hortons did not donate those coffees. But it's hard work. It's hard work. Every single process has to be meticulously run through to make sure when we go live. By the way, when you go live, think of it as this big throttle. Bang. There's no, let's go back. No. It's bang. Finished. You're never going back. Burn the boats, torch them, blow them up. We're here. This is it. Let's see a few more photos. Teresa's really happy, right? And Brooke's not amused. That's Brooke there. She has the earphone in one. What's Teresa saying? Because I'm listening to Nirvana, and I am happy. Am I right? Brooke? Where's who? Busted? Busted. There you go. A few more photos. Again, these are over different days, folks. If you notice, they changed their clothes. We let them home. But these are a few more photos. Dave's like, why are you taking photos of me, dude? And then Mike Olnick just doesn't seem enthused. But he is there. All right, let's give a round of applause, folks, all these folks. That's so good. So good. So good. All right, timeline, folks, because what gets measured gets done. And let me tell you, we're measuring and focusing and ebbing and flowing. So we finished the first 3 sections. We, I think we take a few steps forward, a few steps back. This is, success is not this beautiful straight line that everybody tells you about. It's a hot, stinking mess, and then you win, right? So that's what we've been doing here. We're in the midsection. We're in the testing zone. Would you say, maybe someone who's on the team, would you say that we're in the middle? Are we in good shape? Who wants to say it? Mike Pilata, how we doing? That's the day. That's all right. Sasha, how are we doing? Great. I like Sasha's answer better. The truth is, the team's working really hard. And by the way, it's not just our team. We're working with Epicor, and we're working with the ECS team who implements Epicor. There's a good, 20 people at any given time poking and prodding and make sure. It is a lot of hard work. The good thing is we are going live September 2nd, 110 days to go live. So you'll now start seeing me after 100 days. You'll start seeing me post company-wide. I'm going to be that guy. We're 70 days to go live. Yes? No? Yeah. So when should I start, Ross? 70 sounds good. 70 sounds good. All right, good. Okay, good. We'll do 70 days. All right. Here's, so last time I showed you Alex. Alex was on the team. He had some words. I have some words, or Tony has some words for the team. Tony's the Vice President of Sales for Epicor. He's been an incredible asset to us, really helping us out. We've had some challenges, as you can imagine, large corporation, but Tony and his team have always come through. This is what Tony has to say.
Welcome everyone to Roma's All Hands meeting number 43. For those of you that don't know me, I'm Tony Alderdice. I'm the Vice President of Sales with Epicor. I've been 33 plus years with Epicor in several different roles, including implementation, service, and now sales. But I have agreed to be the executive sponsor on this key project for Roma, and very excited to share some updates here today. So on behalf of the Epicor team, I have been meeting face-to-face with several folks, including Alex Miles from 180 Systems. Have met with the Rona executive team in several meetings since the last All Hands meeting, and also with my professional services team and our account management team, which is Denise Crawford and Ruben Lagoon. All have reported we are tracking to the September 2nd go live date. Since the last All Hands meeting, got a chance to even attend the annual Roma Smash Burger event, which I think we had Josh Bennett from our CPQ implementation team place second, only to David DiBiase, who is the crown of Smash Burger. So love the cause going to Roma's Wish Foundation, so very pleased to be part of that. With that, I should also personally thank Tony for sending David DiBiase down to his very first Epicor Annual Insights event last week that was held in Las Vegas at the Mandalay Bay. David got to network with several other Epicor customers who have been through the journey and successful implementations, as well as he helped us at our leadership summit with folks that were where you are about a year ago evaluating Epicor Kinetic. So thank you, David, for your support. I know it was very beneficial to network, including getting time with some of our executives such as Scott Morgan, our Chief Revenue Officer. Lastly, in parting, I'll just say, please know that everyone watching this video, you all have a very important role to play to ensure a smooth transition to the successful digital transformation success comes from different talents all working collaboratively together. And for sure, the Roma team's culture is unique and inspiring, and I'm just super proud to be part of. Together, we're really setting the stage for scalability and adaptability to meet the future demands and business needs of customers and markets Roma serves. We are tracking. I thank you for your patience in business, and I look forward to positive business outcomes. Have a great day.
Let's give it up for Tony, guys. Like anything, I think you need great partnerships to push, projects forward. Tony's been an incredible asset to us and his team, and we couldn't do it without the great team of Epicor. So some just updates on what we will start to see. I talked a little bit about them, but real-time visibility, what does that mean? We're going to be able to get data far quicker out of the system and in the system. Right now, it's a bit cumbersome. It's a 16-year-old software solution. We've kind of maneuvered it as much as we can, but what we're able to see and what we're able to do with this software will transform how we go to market from a speed standpoint. Also increases efficiency and some automation. There's some tasks that customer care does right now, and in fact, many different people within the company do that are just so manual, tedious, and I don't even know how they do half the things. We're removing that. We're going to automate that and put them in front of customers so that they could serve our customers better and let the system do those kind of manual, really mundane tasks. And lastly, scalability. We talked about growing this business. We're growing the business. I think this year is going to be a banner year for us. Listen, there's challenging times. There's tariffs. There's tons of different things are happening all around the world. Interest rates. You name it. It's there. But the strategy for us is kind of shut that out. What can we do to kind of protect our own kind of future? And one of them is have a system back end that's totally scalable and malleable to be able to pull levers based on what the economy does. So really excited about that for sure. And that brings me to one of the most exciting areas of our business, and that's product development. From the beginning, when John, Nino, and Tony started this company, they always strived to be the best, not necessarily the biggest. And what the best meant to them was we're going to bring forward the best products we know how to do. We're going to bring them in the best form we can. We want to offer the best customer experience. And I'm pleased to announce that this year, when we launched at last All Hands, which is in November, but we started pouring product into the market in January and February. We had 16 new moldings, and if you saw, we launched Vola. Vola's a great collection. We added a line that has floaters on them. They're doing really, really well. So one floater, 4 profiles. We think that's been doing really, really well. We also launched Vintage. We're very happy with the Vintage collection. It's right in there with the styles of the homes that they're going into. Customers are really enjoying, working with them. We'll show you that in a second. But Vintage continues to be such a great collection. It's soft silvers, muted golds, really, really pretty, and a few different profiles, in this case, 2. And then lastly, this is one of our home run hitters for sure, another Vintage collection. Not only have we finished the front, but also on the side has that beautiful textured finish. 2 finishes, 3 profiles. This has a floater frame in it. It's been doing phenomenally well, and we're excited about just the feedback from our customers for sure. So for all and anything product development, you could see everything at Roma Moulding, any of the handles there, and you can see them all. But what better way to show you than to get reaction from our customers direct? Take a look.
Got a box from Roma Moulding. Let's see what's inside. What do you think? Whoa! Oh my God! That is so cool. Like lacquer frame. Oh my gosh! What the heck? What? Oh my gosh! What the? Here, open this. Inspire and what? Oh, something. Oh, look here! Oh, Roma, what did you send me? Look at these. Oh my God. These are unbelievable.
They've been got us framed up and ready to go.
I've just been framed.
This custom frame job for Alfonso from Everybody Skates features his 40-inch Gonzales board. The shadow box is designed to be opened and closed, secured with a magnetic latch. This way, the board can come in and out. It's functional, creative, and pushes boundaries.
So there you have it. I love getting the customer testimonials. They're always a pleasure to see and to see the reaction. And again, where energy flows, you're seeing the energy that we put into our product. The outcome is incredible. People, you hear it in their voice. They use it. I didn't even see the video of that skateboard. That was really, really wild. So our new release, we are releasing new products this year. We're actually releasing them. They are available right now for, I think, purchase or on the core. I believe you can order them right now. It's 16 new items. It is of the Arbor collection. It is bold by nature. Arbor has been doing remarkably well, and we've added to this collection here. This is the video. We think you guys are going to love these. What do you guys think? Right? In a world that's gone everything flat, we've decided to go contour because that's just what we do. Everybody goes this way, we go that way. But this product is beautiful. If you touch it, if you feel it, you could feel the grooves. Has a great texture and sheen to it. It's super beautiful. You'll see that it's all on finger joint pine. For sure, 4 unique profiles. We actually have a pretty chunky one that we contemplated, but last minute we decided let's do it. And you know what? So happy we did it. Completes the whole gambit of the collection. It's all handcrafted in Italy by our skilled artisans. We're blessed to be able to make this product in Italy. These folks are super attentive to the detail, and they're focused on ensuring that that product is flawless. I'll be traveling to Italy on Sunday for about 10 days, visiting our factories. I am sure to be getting some video and photo for next all hands meeting, but stay tuned. And so Arbor is ready to pre-order today online. So if you do go online today, you'll see it there. And that's Arbor, folks. So marketing asked me to put this up here. We do have a spring mix-up sale. It's a limited time offer. It's 7 days only. So for our amazing partners out there, custom framers and designers, you get additional 10% off chops and joins. It is running through May 17th to 24th. And for all details, hit that QR code. We'll give a sec. Okay, that's all you get. And then you hit that QR code, and all your details are there. So, yeah, we anticipate some really great things for the mix and match sale. We've done this at Cyber Monday. It was a huge success, and by popular demand, they've asked, can we have something more in the spring and the summer? And there you have it. You know, they ask, and we're listening. And this is kind of like a thank you to our customer base. They've been so loyal, so awesome. I think they're going to take advantage of this in huge ways. So, yeah, really excited about that. But now I have my last part I want to chat about is Framezy. So, have you guys heard the word Framezy around? Yes, some of you have not. So, Framezy is our modern AI framing tool. So this has been in the works. So I'm always working on some like secret project. So it's not so secret anymore because it's here. But we do have Framezy launched Framezy is an app, so to speak, that lives on websites that has people do a visualization. So you're able to upload a photo, you're able to put a few frames on it, you're able to look at it kind of statically and then order it. You can add mats, you can do a bunch of different things. So this is used, so we created this internally for our customers to leverage. And they've been leveraging it. We have a number of people on our Framezy app right now. This is Framezy, I think, 2.0 or 3.0. I think Dave's going to kill me. But it is in beta phase, so as much as I want to, my goal, by the way, audio-visual team is that I have an iPad, and I can actually, when I'm doing this, it actually goes on the screen. It'd be really cool. But here is Framezy. So it's essentially an effortless ordering process. It embeds in a website. So while people think we just make frames, we also develop apps and software, which is really, really cool to help drive more revenue for our customers. So effortless ordering process, we'll show you that in a second. Real-time customization is very snappy. So you're able to upload photo, put different frames on it with quickness and snappiness. It's a lot of fun to use, and high-quality materials is what we use. So we inject our products into kind of this application. Let's show you what Framezy looks like. So this is a render of what it looks like. You'll be able to pick a type of photo. Let's pick that one. You upload your photo. It just happens to be a photo of my family. You'll be able to adjust it, change the size, whether it's vertical or not. You'll be able to pick some framing. If you see it can move in 3D, this is all done in 3D space. We're going to press the button there to do an overview. You can see what materials you have picked. It's pretty slick, very minimalistic. But if you see here, you're able to move the product even more than it is. You're able to toggle it. The technology really lies in bringing in the frame and the artwork. So the technology, I guess the magic of bringing Framezy together is the engine that has you render not only the image, but the actual frame, the mats, and all the things that come in. So we're going to be launching Framezy in the next little while. Our dev team is working feverishly to put this to market. We do have some people on board right now who want to beta test it. We're excited about that because there's nothing better than getting real customer feedback. But super exciting stuff, and we think it's going to hit the market right in time for Q4, that September timeframe, where our industry really lights up. So, excited? All right, cool. Well, we're just getting started. No, I'm kidding. At this point, I'm going to call up Michael Olenek. Let's give him a round of applause, folks.
Thanks, Tony. Team, let's give a big round of applause for Tony and team. You guys are amazing. Ross, where are you, Ross? All right. Ross, we're going to play a game. There was 3 things that I was focused on last meeting that you got to try and remember. That I'm going to, ready? Ross, what was one of the things? Yeah, so building trust and clarity team. So with that one, the intent behind that one was basically allowing the team to make the decisions and the mistakes and learning from those decisions and mistakes and growing and building from there. Ross, pick another one. Let's go listening and learning for 200 out. Yeah, so Tree, how's my listening been so far? Out of 10. 6? 7, okay, we'll take a 7. So with that one there again, so team, I still feel like, what, Anastasia, 10 months? Yeah, so 10 months into the organization, it still feels like I only know like 5 or 6% of the entire business, so still lots to learn, but super exciting. And then the last one is strategizing and acting, and that one, Ross, I'll give you a freebie on that one. So the theory behind that one, team, is just how do we grow and how do we get strategic to make sure that we're getting better and better every day. The 2 main things that we're focusing on for the strategy is, one is building stock, and then the second thing is just really communication on process and quality. That's the really big ones that we're working on. Again, from an inventory standpoint, you can't sell what you don't have. Okay, leading into, there's going to be 2 DCs that we're going to talk about today. One is the California DC. So the biggest one that we're going to go through is the improved service and offering. So with California DC, the biggest one there was we're good at the moldings, we're good at the photo frames, but the next part of it is like what meshes well with photo frames and moldings, and that's obviously the art fulfillment. So we're going to be putting a lot of intention and a lot of growth into that part of the business to get that obviously bigger and grow it from there. The second part of that is the scalability. So with the scalability side of that is when you think about the US as alone, does anybody know what the population of the US is? 300 million people in the US. That's a lot of people, right? So we need to scale. There's the California DC, and we're going to talk about the Atlanta DC right away, but we need to scale both DCs to grow for that to make sure that we have that type of coverage. And then this third thing is obviously the experience and the quality. So there's a lot of tenure in that DC, and there's a lot of experience in that DC, no different than the other DCs that we have. We need to basically build up that tenure and experience to even grow even further, and we have the right team to do that. Okay, we're going to talk about Atlanta. Okay. Ross, why did we build Atlanta Fulfillment and Art? Yeah, so the biggest one too is, again, scalability and coverage, right? If we have a DC on the east end, it's going to help kind of cover that stuff from the west end, and we can kind of meet in the middle, right? Shipping capabilities. So now when you think about it, before when the LA was filling all the entire US, that's a lot of coverage and a lot of map for one DC. By moving that now to the east side, you have more coverage and you got less shipping costs, right? And you're going to get a faster response time. And then the third one is obviously your redundancy. So that one's a big one, so that if one DC goes down, you're in trouble if you only have one DC that can fulfill that entire region. Now if you have two DCs covering that, if one goes down, you got some coverage for a little while. Okay. Some pictures. So this is racking that we built into the Atlanta DC. This racking will hold roughly about 120 to 140 full pallet size moldings. Okay, this is starting in the building of the art shop. We got Jacques installing some of the machinery on there. So all this stuff was self-installed by ourselves, and all with like a small part with the technicians, but the team members in the DCs did most of the installation on this. This is the pack size. So again, this was a brand new pack size that we put into the Atlanta DC. Before, again, they were making cardboard. They were doing all the boxes by hand. So you can imagine all the work and labor that's into that. This team was super excited to have the pack size and having that operational. All right, we're going to show a little video. What do you guys think? Yeah, and if my memory serves me correct, right now the art shop is about a team of 4. We expect that to get to about a team of about 10 to 11, and we also expect the LADC to grow. And again, Toronto as well is holding steady. We're growing that as well. So all three, when you think from a fulfillment perspective, it's growing quite a bit. Interesting fact, Q1 of last year, we did about 8,500 pieces of art in LA. Q1 of this year, in LA, we did 10,000 pieces. So that's a 20% growth improvement in art fulfillment alone in 1 quarter. So good job. All right, special call out to Shelly in LA. So Shelly, for anybody that knows Shelly or doesn't know Shelly, so 2, 3 things about Shelly, and we'll let the speech happen. But one is Shelly is just an amazing person, an amazing team member. The second thing about Shelly is that he always wants to take on any challenges to grow. I've never met a person like that just wants to take things calmly and head on and just help support the business and make it further. And with that, I'll leave it with this.
A huge shout out to our LA superstar, Shelly, for going above and beyond during the Atlanta setup. While Anthony was away supporting Ronnie and the Atlanta crew, Shelly held down the fort with focus and dedication. His sharp attention to quality, eagerness to take on more volume, and true team player attitude made a big impact. Shelly's commitment and reliability continue to strengthen our operation, and we're proud to have him on the team.
Give a shout out to Shelly. All right, team, with that, I'm going to leave it to Anastasia.
Thanks, everybody. Thank you, Michael, for that intro. And let's give Mike a round of applause. It's great to be back here on the stage again. How's everyone doing? Good? Yeah? Good. Okay, so to start things off, I want to talk about the most important thing to me. I mean, besides you guys, obviously, but the internal net promoter score. This is the number one KPI that I measure. It's the number one on my list. It's basically a happiness score, right? So to see how happy you guys are. It measures the willingness of you guys to recommend us to your family and friends. So this year we did something a little bit different. We did a comparison. So this is the national internal net promoter score for Canada. This is the average. So 81% of Canadian employees would recommend their company to their family and friends that they work at. So the result from the last Pulse survey taken November 2024, this was our internal net promoter score. 90.3% of you guys would recommend us to your family and friends. That's almost 10% more than the average national internal net promoter score. That's absolutely outstanding, you guys. Aren't you proud? Doesn't that make you so proud to work at a company that is above the national average? I know, I'm very, very proud. So obviously I set out a goal every single year. So it's a pretty robust goal. So my goal is to hit 92%. So again, we're at 90.3. We're about less than 2% off. I know we can do it, you guys. As always, I ask you after the all hands meeting is complete for you to complete a quick Pulse survey. The same 15 questions as always, but we really value your feedback and we go through every single answer. And we try to action as many items as possible. So again, please take a few minutes afterwards. Your leaders will have the QR codes and the links available to you. And for the office team, you will receive a link to your email address. Now, I want to talk about the culture team. It has grown, as you can see. We have quite a few new faces. We have Sasha. We have Daniela out in headquarters, and we also have Nancy, who joined us out in Atlanta, sorry. So now we're about 9 heads strong. Ross is no longer. He decided to retire his hat, focus on better things, no? Yeah, okay. And with that, I would like to show you guys a quick video of the last little while of the events that have taken place at Roma.
Team 4, and lastly, Team 5. Great job, guys.
Alfonso banana cutter.
All right. That was awesome. Thank you, Ashlyn, for putting this video together. Now, in terms of upcoming events, the culture team has you guys covered. So at the end of May, we have our ice cream day, which is, you guys remember last year, we did, it's like a Sunday, you put it all together with all the toppings. We have that coming up end of May. We have our holiday barbecue, end of June, beginning of July, to celebrate Canada Day and Independence Day. And we have the cake potluck, which is something new that we're doing end of July. I'll have more details about that, but I'm really, really excited for that one. Core Value Awareness Week. So before I dive into the importance and why we do it, I have a quick video for you guys.
What is one thing that makes Roma so special? The thing that stood out for me since I started was how much emphasis we put on our core values. And I'm not talking just having them written on a wall somewhere. I'm talking like we live and breathe these values. Like we hire based on these values, we fire based on these values. They're the cornerstone of everything that we do. So much so that we literally dedicate 2 weeks out of the year where we focus on our core value. It's such a simple little thing. It's literally priceless. Like, it's just that gesture and that feeling you get when you receive that core value on your desk.
What do you remember most from Core Value Awareness Week?
What I remember most from that week was everyone realizing the importance of the week. When I would walk around the office, I would see people's desks filled with a bunch of cards that they were starting to write out. That was mainly on Friday when everyone realized the weekend was coming up and they had limited time to share the importance of this week, show their appreciation to other people. Try to get mine done earlier in the week. Every day I would write one card, and then at the end of the week on Friday, that's when I went out and handed it out to everyone. I had a pile on my desk, and then every day I would add another one, and then Friday was the day that I handed them out. Sometimes if I saw someone walking by and I knew I still had their card, I would be like, oh wait, here, take the card I wrote you.
How did it feel to receive a core value card?
I think that core value cards are super unique. I have never really experienced a core value card before Roma. It provides you with like a ton of gratitude and like appreciation. I think that everyone had taken the time to personalize cards, even though they didn't fully know me. I truly feel honored that the team wanted to recognize me with core values, especially being so new.
Can you recall one core value card you received that really made you feel something?
Yes. So I actually have it right here. Roma is becoming a better place to be at, and it's in big part to you. It was a core value card that was delivered to me last year. It may not seem like anything, but to me, try to make an impact. And when it is acknowledged, it's really nice.
All right. Again, thank you, Ashlyn, for making this video. So Core Value Awareness Week, guys, why do we do it? We do it to reinforce our values, reinforce who we are. We know the core values. We live and breathe them every single day. They are the cornerstone of our business. Every interaction, both inside the organization, outside the organization, is governed by these values. We use them to celebrate one another. We use them to acknowledge one another's greatness, to thank one another for hard work. This, in turn, strengthens our team. It builds trust, connection with one another, right? And it creates positive energy. I mean, I know I've said this before, but gratitude is literally contagious. And if you practice gratitude every single day in your life, the energy will multiply and it will become positive and it will change the way you think. It will change your mindset. It will make you healthier. It's literally proven. It's a scientific fact, you guys. Now, the results from our last Core Value Awareness Week, which was in March of 2025, we set a goal of actually a very robust goal of delivering 1,750 core value cards company-wide. And guess what? We hit that goal and we surpassed it. And we delivered 37 more core value cards company-wide than this is actually our biggest goal and our biggest record of core value cards delivered company-wide in Roma history. So that's absolutely outstanding. And sending core value cards has become so easy, literally instant. Just there's a QR code there if you feel so inclined. If there is somebody that you want to send a little appreciation to, a little thank you for something they have done, scan that QR code, visit our website, send a core value card. It's literally instant. Or we have dispensers throughout the whole entire company, and you can just grab a few and send them out. Next Core Value Awareness Week is September 22nd to 26th, guys. So let's set a new goal, and let's hit it and surpass it. What do you say? Woo, yeah. All right, and at this point, I would like to bring Tony back up on stage. Thank you, everybody.
All right, let's give it up for Anastasia. The clicker. Let's give it up. She's getting good at this gig, eh? She's really good. Thank you, Anastasia. Thanks for bringing it. Now, I do have to make a stipulation of core value cards. I think there was 1,700, and do you guys remember? 17. Let's go back. I know it's not what we're supposed to do, but we're going to do it anyway. 1750. There's a point I want to make. 1,750 is how many individual cards collectively we've sent to one another. Just think about that. We're 150 people in the company. For the mathematicians in the room, Mike, what is that per person? Mike. The engine. We need the engine, Mike. All right. It's about 130, yeah. So it's everybody. No. Is that right? No. Talking about. Mary, thank you for correcting. All right. The point I'm trying to make is that we've become so intentional. Do you recall when we talked about you can either pull someone down, takes 30% effort, really easy. I just grabbed Ross like a little, remember that? Easy. But is it easy to stop what you're doing? Because everybody is arguably doing a lot of great work, and I know you guys work hard all day, and I know it, okay? But think about it. You stopped your day. You had a thought, intentionally had to have a thought. You went to go get a card. You got card. You sat down. You gave it, a minute or so, and you started writing. And some of you, like Daniela, will hold it for the week, or some of you gave it right away, whatever the case may be. But that happened 1,750 times in 5 days. What do you think the outcome is? What do you think? Sasha, how do you think our week's going to be? It's going to be great, right? Yeah, not good, not even great. It's going to be a thriving week, right? That someone acknowledges something you otherwise did because that's who you are. It's entrenched into you. Our core values, you either are part of the values or you're not. I don't put like something in the water or the coffee and make you be humble. No, you were hired, you were vetted because we loved who you were. We loved the values you have entrenched in you. And you, and everybody in LA, in Shelley that we saw, and Anthony, and Ronnie, and the many men and women that make up this company. We don't do anything to you. We want you here because you're like us. You value integrity. You value creativity, and you put a premium on fun. Imagine. We're hiring you. Why? Because you put a premium on fun. Yeah, we want to hang out with you. It's what we're saying. You know, if we take out the jargon of business and we think of our families, do you let any couple into your house for dinner? Huh? No? No. How picky are you? On a scale of 1 to 10, how picky are you having people over? Thank you. She didn't even have to think. We're like, 10. You ain't 10 out of 10. You're not in my house. Alba, I've yet to get an invitation. I guess I'm a 9. Just I love you. Yeah, but the fact of the matter is you're like, yeah, I want 10s too. You're coming in my space. You're coming in my home, arguably the most sacred spot that you have, right? And I'm going to take time out of my day. I'm going to go to the grocery store. I'm going to hopefully buy you good meat or pasta or whatever that may be, right? I'm going to think through making a meal for you. Then I'm going to make the meal, right? Because we're talking about dinner party, so not like Uber Eats or anything. Like, it's dinner party stuff. Or if you're having, like Sasha has, you know, chicken wing Saturday nights, right? Like, do you invite anybody to these chicken wing festivals? Who? No, right? You need to be what to come? Only the real ones. The OGs, right? Yes. I still haven't got an invitation to that either, but it's for a whole nother all-hands meeting. But the fact of the matter is that we gave out 1,787. I just think to myself, we don't have to do this. Right? If you do the math, I need someone with a calculator. Anastasia, get your calculator up for a sec. Mary, whoever, let's see if we can get it the fastest. 1,787 times 5. Okay, divided by, because I'm trying to see how many hours that is. So if that's time 5 minutes, right? So 5 minutes times 1,785 is? 8,935. Divided by what? 20, no, 5 into, 60. Yeah, do that. Yeah, so 150 hours. 150 hours, the average week is 40 hours. Let's call it 3 weeks, 4 weeks. 3-4 weeks of one person's time is just giving out core value cards. Okay? And think about it, if everybody did 5 minutes and there's 10, right? Do the math, it starts adding up, right? But some people put a premium on things like this. Some people are intentional in who they hire. Some people let in the noise. They let in 6s out of 10s. They don't let in the OGs. They let in people, you know, let's just call it people that are not 10s. They let in 3s and 4s. And then they have the dinner party or the chicken wing festival, and it doesn't go according to plan. They're like, I don't know what happened. I don't know. Why are you so mad at the customers when they call? I don't know. Because you're a 3, and you don't align, and you don't share our values. People ask me, we had a great company. I'm not going to announce who it is. You guys know, but because it's a live show. We had a great company come in from the U.S. They flew in, and we talked with their sister company here. And I always ask them, like, genuinely speaking, like, why Roma? Because I want to know. You know, obviously, they say, like, oh, your products are amazing. They're beautiful look, the detail. I said, okay, but put that aside, because everybody can make good products. Why? And, you know, unequivocally, they always tell me, no matter who I interact with your company, it's an incredible interaction. Even when stuff goes sideways, it's an incredible interaction. And I just want to be with incredible people. 1,787 cards of greatness. 1,787 dopamine hits in 5 days, right? And you saw in the video, Ashlyn was hugging, who was she hugging? Daniela. I don't know about you, but I give core value cards, never got a hug yet. I don't know, I feel kind of ripped off, I'm not going to lie. Yes? So whoever gives me the next card has to hug me, please. I'm feeling it. I feel left out a little bit. But, yeah, I really want you to have this intentionality. It's not by accident. We just don't do this because it's a nice thing for an all-hands meeting. It's very purpose-driven. Okay, moving along. Core value, we talked about this. By the way, don't wait for Core Value Awareness Week to send out 10 cards. In fact, I'm going to challenge everybody in this company. I want you to play like next week is Core Value Awareness Week. Who can commit to, I don't know, who could commit right now on the spot? Show of hands. Who could commit to 2 cards next week? I'm not even going to look. Show of hands. Great. Who could commit to 5? Great. I'm obviously not going to be taking any notes on it, but just know every time you do it, it lights somebody up. And not only lights them up, you know, in that moment, but they may have needed that, because if you recall the world, it's a rough place. And here they are being acknowledged, you know, for the good work they do. They're like, I don't know, I just did that. And like, I remember one time I acknowledged someone, I'm not going to say who it is, because they might get shy, but I gave them a core value card. It was a beautiful moment, and I could genuinely see that. I could have said, hey, great job, you know, high five. But that card did something. Placed a card there, and they're, oh, thank you, right? No hug, but thank you. And then they're looking, and they're like, oh my God, like, oh my God, like, thank you, you know? Now, I can't remember what I wrote, but I remember how she felt, and that was real. And so let's not wait for Core Value Awareness weeks, although it's a great week, and Anastasia has a KPI on that, so help her on that, please. But let's make next week just as amazing. All right, we did that. Oh, so Core Value Awards. So Core Value Awards are voted by the team for the team. You guys know the gig, yes? Yes? Great. Show of hands, who here has got a Core Value card over the years? Show of hands. Award, sorry. Has got an award. Okay, amazing, a lot. Okay, I would ask the people on the phones, and I bet I can't see you. So, first person to get an award is Wilfredo. Let's give it up for Wilfredo, folks. Here's what you have to say. This is so beautiful.
I'd like to nominate Wilfredo for constantly going above and beyond and truly living our Roma family core values. Wilfredo's dedication to the production team is unmatched. Recently, he made the selfless decision to cancel a personal trip to El Salvador to support the team during a demanding period, a powerful example of his loyalty and commitment. He regularly works early mornings, late nights, and weekends without hesitation, and has taken the initiative to learn every area of the production department. Wilfredo is always ready to jump in whenever needed with a positive attitude and a strong sense of accountability.
Let's give it up for Wilfredo.
His actions inspire those around him and set a high standard for what it means to be a team player. I'm proud to recognize.
All right. Next is Teresa Perlman. All right, let's hear what you guys had to say.
Teresa is truly a pillar of this organization. Her depth of knowledge, unwavering commitment, and relentless drive are exceptional. From her 2 a.m. emails to her incredible grasp of our processes, Teresa consistently shows up with dedication and purpose. She has supported every corner of the business and played a crucial role in the Epicor implementation, a project we simply couldn't have executed without her. Teresa's impact is profound, and her contributions are absolutely vital to our continued success.
Way to go. Let's give it up for Teresa. And last but surely not least, here's our last one, Christina. Let's hear what you guys had to say.
I'd like to recognize Christina for her consistent positivity, engagement, and team spirit. She brings great energy to every meeting, always showing up with thoughtful questions that spark valuable discussions and learning opportunity for all of us. Her upbeat attitude and genuine enthusiasm create a positive and collaborative atmosphere, making our meetings more enjoyable and productive. Even though we haven't met in person yet, her impact on the team is clear and appreciated.
Let's give it up, guys. So we'll be sending out your awards very shortly, actually leaving today, so look out for them in the mail. However, you know, I want to go back to, this is voted by you. These are core value awards. These are people that have exemplified. And what's so beautiful is that it's written by you folks. This is not curated. This is written verbatimly from you folks. And that we know that Wilfredo canceled a trip probably to go see family back home for some reason. Or Teresa's been so pivotal in her processes for Epicor or Christina. I love that last part about Christina. While we haven't even met yet, Christina, you ooze it, right? I haven't met Christina in person either yet. This is not by accident. I think our team does an incredible job. We talked about that wheel, right? By the way, it's like all things in life. There's a fulcrum, and you sit on that fulcrum. Wherever that pole is, you have to sit. You have to take a position. We take a position as we want the very best. We hire based on core values. We terminate based on core values. We love alignment. We love focus and determination. And then these beautiful humans show up. It's not by accident. It's not serendipitous. Like, we actually work very hard. And Anastasia, I do want to acknowledge you for your hard work and dedication and, moving the culture forward. Because a culture, think of a culture in any country. It's fluid. It's always ebbing and flowing. It's always moving. And thank you for your dedication and bringing joy, certainly, to many people. And by bringing all the events that you do, mainly centered around food. I know it's something you love. But thank you on behalf of myself and the team. Let's give it up for Anastasia, folks. Okay, folks, as we wind the all-hands meeting, kind of the more crescendo area of the all-hands meeting, super excited. You guys know Roma Wish is near and dear to my heart. I think when I look back on my life in however many years God gives me, I'm going to look back not on the more hours I should have spent on Outlook, but yet the bigger the impact we could have made on the world while we were here. Like, I really genuinely believe we're here to make a difference and impact. We're here to lift people up, not tear them down. Roma Wish is our way of contributing to the communities that we're in, local communities. And in our communities are people suffering. You guys know this. You're very smart people. There are people struggling. And today you could be here, and tomorrow you could be here. And I just think if the good Lord blesses you with a bounty, I think it's important that you give some back to the less fortunate. And I think it pays so many dividends. So that's really what Roma Wish is about. If you're ever wanting to learn more about Roma Wish, if maybe you don't want to do a Roma Wish event or don't want to donate your time, you're welcome to donate $1, $5, $3. All the funds go to, the families, mainly children who don't have, the baseline that we all have. But if you go online, you'll be able to see a beautiful new Roma Wish page. Team has worked feverishly to put this on. You guys will love it. So we have a goal for Roma Wish. We have local missions, as you know. Our local missions, we want to donate over 200, well, the goal is 250 hours. Last year, where were we, Anastasia? Do you know? We said 200 was our goal, and I think we hit 220. Something like that? Okay. So we exceeded our goal of 200, and we hit 220, so we're not going to kind of sandbag it. We want to go higher. My goal really is that everybody in the company does at least one mission a year. We pay for that day that you guys are out, so it's not like you're out of pocket for anything. But why I wish that is for so many reasons, but for one, that you get, like, the giver of the service gets more than the receiver. And the humility to remember that we're all just people. And I tell people all the time, I put my pants on the same way as you do. We're all just human beings trying to get through this, so to speak, life, right? And some have been dealt a harder card than others. That's kind of on God's watch, and He's got us all. But the 250-hour goal is a pretty monumentous goal. It's the most hours we've ever donated in our company history. Right now, we're at 72 hours completed, and I think we launched like 2 months ago, 2 months ago. So we have a delta. So we achieved about 30%, 29% exact of our goal. But here's the good news. We have a lot of people on deck to do a Roma. Oh, these are the people who have completed missions. So myself, Ross and Jack and Ronnie, tons of people have completed the mission. And some of the areas that we've supported have been like Special Needs School in Gwinnett. That's in Atlanta. Hope Through Housing Foundation, Care One, and the Scott Mission here in Toronto. Huge impacts. I always say small ripples make big waves. Here's a video. Or is this a photo? This is a photo mashup. Yeah. This is some of the work that some of the team members do. Some are sorting food. Some are packing. I was cutting, I think, some fruits. That's Hope Through Housing Foundation. Some of our team members working there. You know Ross, he's always doing a photo shoot. But here's a video I think you guys are going to love.
Roma Wish is an initiative here at Roma that was built for our teams to have the ability to give back to the world in a positive way.
Everybody's basically granted a paid day to go out and volunteer in the local community.
Philip was a beast.
Hey guys, we're here volunteering at Scott Mission today. Woo-hoo, we're ready to cut some food.
It's a good look, Anastasia.
As a team, we dedicated over 50 hours to Scott Mission, volunteering with kitchen and distribution duties.
So literally what happens here is anybody that's in need of food, they register, they come in.
Ross held up all the crates so they don't fall.
That's how many they can take of what's inside the bin.
Not kidding, Ross worked very hard.
Anywhere from KD, peanut butter, some soups, we've got rice.
You get to give back, right? We're so very privileged and so lucky to have such a great opportunity working at such an amazing company that we kind of sometimes lose sight of what matters and purpose and, you know, feeling fulfilled and the deeper meaning as to what we are really doing here. So I think that Roma Wish, it is that purpose at the end of the day.
So on deck, these are confirmed people who are confirmed in the books. It's in the vault. These are the people who are confirmed to serve in what, the next 30 days, Anastasia? Yeah. In the next 30 days. So amazing lineup of people. I don't know about you, but just looking at the faces who make up our team brings me great joy. So I love this quote by Dr. Seuss: "To the world you may be one person, but to one person you may be the world." And it just goes to show that you might think your contribution is about that big, but that big to somebody can make or break, you know, their day, their world, their month. And so if you are inspired to make a difference, there's no obligation, folks. There's no, hey, we have a KPI on this, so to speak. But if you are inspired to make a difference, take a photo of this, the QR code. If you're in the US, hit up the QR code on the screen, and I think an email goes to Anastasia. Let's flood Anastasia's inbox right now with tons of requests to serve communities. So yeah, I hope this inspires you, and by the time the end of the year comes, we hope to have a nice mashup of, you know, different people around the company in different cities, different countries serving, and all to make, obviously, the world a slightly better place. Okay, so Burger Smash. You guys remember Burger Smash? All right, I don't know what Tony altered. I don't know what Tony called it. Burger Smash Burger. I don't know, I think he's maybe French or something, but Burger Smash 2025, epic event. Here's a bit of what transpired.
Hi, Anastasia. Hi. What do we have going on at Roma today?
Oh my God, so today is our 10th annual Burger Smash competition.
What does that mean?
So basically 10 years ago, they started a competition where you have to eat a Big Mac combo, the fastest. First, it started off at headquarters. Now it's grown company-wide to raise a record amount of money this year as well.
Cool. Where does the money go?
Roma Wish.
Yeah, so the funds that we collect are redistributed into our communities, those areas of our 4 distribution centers, but really throughout the US and Canada, wherever the biggest needs are.
Hey Tony, who's gonna win Burger Smash?
Oh man, that's a tough one.
I'm gonna have to go with the underdog.
I'm ready. I'm back. I'm back. Is this even a conversation?
I think it's hands down David. That's my money's on Dave.
It's gonna be me.
I actually think David is going to take it again.
I'm gonna have to go with David.
Probably Tony. For the women, it's a toss-up between Rosa and Marianne.
I think I'm gonna win. I'm gonna try to win. It's my first time. I think my Rosa's gonna win.
It's me.
I'm definitely gonna win. I gotta back myself up.
I think Mel's gonna win.
Me? Oh, this is a hard question. Takes years to answer. I'm saying David.
Who's excited to be here? 2025 Burger Smash. 1, 2, 3, go! I don't know who's more behind. Let's see. Let's go! Our boy, let's take it to our
still has it. Ryan got any more fries left?
I don't know.
Oh, Carlos is done with the burger.
Oh, let's go. Open the hand, Ryan.
Working on that Coca-Cola.
Let's give it up for everyone, guys. So good, so savage. Love that the rest of the company's taken that on. I think we hit 45 burgers, meaning I think Toronto was 20 or so. Am I right? 15? Okay, then so it might be 40 then across the company. So maybe we make a goal company-wide. Is it 50 burgers? And what's really cool is McDonald's here in Canada, at least, we got to work on the U.S., donated all the burgers for the Burger Smash event, which is kind of cool. And then we reciprocated by buying all the cheeseburgers and the regular ones, and we distributed those to all of you. So, but I'm reminded by this quote, keep going, you never know who you're inspiring, right? And I think it's so timely that you actually reflect on this, because whatever you're doing in your life, you don't know who you're inspiring. You don't know if it's your mom or your dad or your son or your daughter or another company who watched an All Hands 5 years ago and you're inspiring them to lead a different way, to make people happier at work. And the beauty with keep going is there's no summit, right? Progress over perfection. Keep going. So my message right now is to keep going, whatever it is you're doing. And when we started Burger Smash 10 years ago, seemingly it sounded like this kind of wonky thing. And hey, it was all rooted in good wholesome fun, and we were going to donate the funds. And you know, here we are 10 years later, 40 burgers across the country. So I think it's kind of cool. And I don't know about you, but I'll look back and look at these photos and say, wow, we had good times. It was a lot of fun. And these are the people I got to hang with. Remember, like Saturday Night Chicken Wings? These are the OGs, right? Or these are the people I want around my dinner table. These are the people I want to be intentional with. I can trust. I can lift these people up, not break them down. I can help them when they're on one knee, because everybody in their life will need help. So then what happened was Burger Smash is amazing. Yes? Yes? Yes. You want to do number 11 next year? Yes? Great. Okay. But you never know who you're inspiring. So Tony from Epicor was here with his team, and I'm gonna this guy right here is wearing the Epicor shirt. He's like, oh my God, this is amazing. And he's a developer. He's like, can I join? I'm like, yeah, why not? Join. So made Anastasia, I think you had an extra burger anyways. We threw him in there. He came in second place, and he was on cloud nine. Like to this day, he's like, dude, I love your company. How do you think he's going to be now working on our project? How do you think he's going to show up? Excited? What else? Happy, right? Not like, I hate doing this for this framing company. No, it's like, guys, I got to show you. In fact, what happened, Tony, they have an internal Slack. By the way, they have 5,000 employees. Tony got our video and threw it up in their Slack, and 5,000 people watched it. And then it also kept permeating and being shared. And who knows who we're inspiring, right? So who knows, right? But then Tony, if that wasn't good enough, and I'm like, oh my God, my heart. And what seemingly is just a Burger Smash event, Tony sends me an email. And I'm like, oh, all right. And it touched my heart, right? Because it seems like a normal, all right, bunch of buddies getting together, but it's so much more. Listen to what he had to say.
Hi, Tony. As always, it was truly a pleasure to spend time together last night and today. I love the Smash Burger annual event. Today especially, the funds raised go towards Roma with cause. I am a big believer in paying it forward. Law of reciprocation for so many folks less fortunate in this world that we have been gifted. I have been involved in mission trips with one of my longtime friends and employee, Gary, on board of Partners in Deed plus Tears that we serve in Dominican Republic burials. I have been a part of Tears for past 12 years. That truly has been a blessing for me and my family and our Dominican Republic extended families that I'm sure you can relate. I love your stories, your passion, and values. You are a fantastic example of what a great servant leader is. Truly admire the culture you have built with Roma and your people. One of my lifetime mentors, 33 plus years, has taught me the motto, whom you be is whom they become, and your actions, behaviors exemplify this.
Let's give it up for Tony, guys. So what he said was, whom you be is whom they become, which I think is so beautiful. You know, it touched my heart, and I wanted to put it on this all hands meeting. I called Tony and said, hey, I want to share this, dude, because while you're talking to me, you're talking to my team. I'm just one of the guys in the pit. All right. But it's the team that brings it forward. And yeah, thank you. And you know, you practice this and it doesn't go this way, but it's emotions. And you know, life's tough. It's tough for a lot of people. And economics are tough. But when you bring together great people, aligned with great values, who care, who lift people up, how could you not succeed? And I'm so proud of you. Every one of you. If I had the chance, I would love to say that to every one of you. Proud of the humans you are, the hard work you put in. You know, I might be on the plane going to Boston meeting with some of the folks, but the truth is the heroes are you guys who come in every day and answer that phone with love and chop that molding with care and package that molding impeccably and make sure it gets to the dock and make sure FedEx or UPS picks it up. And day in, day out. Day in, day out. And some of you are struggling with health problems. Some of you are struggling with family problems. Some of you are struggling with sickness yourself. Maybe your spouse is not well. But you do it anyways. As I was sharing with Anshel, we hire the best people. We hire people who share similar values that will lift people, that will work together. While you can have the best strategies, while you can have the best systems and back-end infrastructure and molding, it pales in comparison to if you focus. If you really focus, shut out the noise, focus on the most important thing, your team. Focus on grabbing the best people, inspiring the heck out of them, having them inspire other people. People that will take time away from their family to be with people in Atlanta so that Atlanta succeeds. You can't pay for that. You can't force that. You can't dictate that. You know, it's no wonder why we're able to do half the things we do. It's no wonder why companies are flocking to us versus someone else. Everybody can make picture frames. It's not about frames. It's about who we are as a team. It's about that pit stop. It's about we're hoisting one trophy. One trophy. Because there's no Tony Gareri trophy, it's Roma. And it warms my heart to see you guys wear the Roma t-shirts. As I see here, there's a sea of people genuinely wearing the t-shirt because they want it. genuinely bought the t-shirts or the swag to help support our missions. No one could force you to do anything. You're not here against your will. You don't give a core value card because we forced you. We gave it, you gave it because it's who you are. And when you assemble a great team of people, driven by a coordinated core value, and when you make the mission so fun, success is imminent. And so I hope you guys, over the course of this all hands meeting, feel as inspired as I am. You know, we talked about core value cards and delivering those to people. We talked about Framezy and the amazing work Rob and Dave have been doing. I know they were up even till like midnight last night preparing it for us. To the Epicor project that we have, that is, listen, we're not out of the woods yet. There's a lot of work ahead of us. But rest assured, we have the best people on the planet working on it. And that Atlanta, you know, in the last, I would say 5-6 months has really undertaken an incredible initiative. And we put an art shop in Atlanta. And, you know, 6 months ago, Ronnie didn't know what an art shop was, and Jack and a number of the gang there. And yet today we're shipping products, you know, with good velocity and good momentum. I don't know about you. I hope today you leave inspired. In fact, I hope you leave moved, inspired and wowed to the work we're all doing together. Again, no trophy. It's all us. I believe the next 6, 7, 8 months of this company will be transformational. We're doing only 2 all-hands meetings this year due to the Epicor. We want to make sure we're focusing on Epicor. We actually aren't able to do our leadership conference because we need to focus. We talked about all the things out there, but we need focus. Focus. So lastly, before we go, because I want to get you up and I want you feeling amazing, I have one last kind of example I want to do. One last exercise. You guys still with me? Yeah, amazing. Thank you. Can you guys all stand up? And for the people at home, please stand up. All right. Get some room. Get some room. Because I'm going to show you anything is possible. If you remove the noise and you create focus. Remove the noise and create focus. Here we go. I want you to grab your index finger, right? Put it in front of you. And just try to go as further back as you can. Don't strain yourself too much. Okay, you there? Okay, great. Bring it back. Cool. Don't hit anybody. All right, come back. Great. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to close your eyes. And I want you to visualize. Don't do this, but visualize it. Visualize your hand lifting with your index finger like you just did, but don't do it. Do it in your mind. Now, I want you to do the exercise. Swing your hand all the way around. This time, try to go a little further. Just a little further in your mind. Just a little further. Thank you. Put your hands down in your mind. Great. Lift your hand up once again, right in front of you. This time, I want you to give it about 20% more effort. I want you to get every ounce of every being, of every soul. You have trillions of souls in your body, cells in your body. I want you to use them. I want you to lift your finger up, and I want you to, again, don't do it, but in your mind, lift your finger up, and now swing it all the way around. Yeah, feel that. Yes. Give it all you got. Great. Okay, open your eyes. All right. Now what I want you to do is, I want you to lift your index finger. And now, I want you to, again, with the same effort, I want you to bring it back, but see how much further you can go. Anybody go further? How much further? How much percentage do you think? 20%, 30%? How much? 20? Okay, cool. You can sit down. Thank you. The average human actually goes 20% more when they visualize it first. Now, I didn't do anything to you. I didn't touch you or put a hand on you or do anything or do whatever the case may be. All I did before, I tried to create a space of quiet. I tried to create a space of focus. And then I asked you to visualize achieving that goal. But visualize it, right? And then I asked you to visualize it and give it a little bit more. And suddenly the same person got about 20% more. Think of your life that way. Drown out the noise. Try to get off social media and get in real interactions with humans. Try to not pay too much attention to the media out there or the news. Try to be with people who will lift you up and not drag you down. Because I'm here to tell you, anything is possible if you do that, if you create that focus and discipline, become intentional. It's all mindset, folks. And when you do it over a prolonged period of time, you know, an overnight success is usually 10 years. An overnight success is usually 10 years. Well, I'm here to tell you that, you know, we're doing incredibly well as a result of that. We've been super focused, super laser dialed in, super intentional on who we bring in, super intentional on what we say no to. By the way, some of the greatest things we've ever did was say no to some of the projects we had, leading more way for what we do want. And so I hope that you use this in your own life, right? Do like Alba, only hire 10 out of 10s that come in your house. Like only let in 10 out of 10s. Surround yourself with people who lift you up, not bring you down. It's easy. And when you do that, success becomes imminent. And success, depending on what that looks like, could be happiness in your life, right? There might be that drain, but get that fountain, that person that illuminates you. I just think magical things happen when you do that. And I hope today that you felt some magic here in the room. I hope you've seen some of the great works that we've all been doing, where we're headed, how the future looks bright for us. And we're going to be fighting to be not only the greatest company that, you know, the industry has ever seen. We want to be a beacon for hope, and we want to hire and retain the best, and we want to double this business in 3 years. Like, this is a rocket ship of a company, and it's only made possible with you. So I can't thank you enough for all your hard work, dedication. Thank you for listening to me for about 2 hours. I hope this was insightful, and I hope you guys are thriving. Thank you so much. Thank you.